Well, there's new evidence that the skills shortage is making life more difficult for the resources sector, with the industry's chief employer group revealing 86% of companies are having trouble recruiting staff. Sky News business reporter Julia Wood met with the Australian Mines and Metals Association's chief, Steve Knott, and started by asking if he saw those shortages leading to further cost blowouts and delays at major resources projects.
Well, over 90% of the industry are members of Australian Mines and Metals Association, and we did a survey of them just last month, and 80% of those companies that responded to the survey said that they have skill shortage issues here and now today. Then overlaying that, there's $173 billion worth of projects that have been committed to going forward, let alone others that are in the consent phase. So it's absolute given that through the existing mechanisms we have in Australia, that we will not have enough people to meet the demand for those projects.
Well, there does seem to be a bit of a contradiction here. I mean, if we look at the vast number of government training programs and industry training programs that we hear of, your research is mentioning an extremely low completion rate by apprentices in the construction trades and also an historically low proportion of women in the industry. How does this figure?
Yeah, look, they're all issues. I've got to say that the government and industry and all the social partners have been working very hard at this issue. But despite that, we still don't have enough people in the engineering and trades and even some of the semi-skilled roles. So those training endeavours are extremely positive, and we just simply need to do more. On the training side of things with apprentices, for example, we'll have 10,000 starts, but that doesn't mean there's 10,000 finishes in 12 months. It takes 4 years to finish their apprenticeship. 50% of those people doing their apprenticeship don't complete their apprenticeship, and then another percentage of those then go into other business offerings that come their way as they get older. So the numbers saying 10,000 apprentices in itself is positive, but a lot of them don't complete it. That's why we need skilled migration in the short term, because we need 36,000 tradespeople between now and 2015. That's the shortfall that we expect that we will have unless something dramatically changes.
Everyone in Australia agrees that the resources sector will need more skilled and semi-skilled workers from overseas in order to satisfy the shortages. But if you look at the sheer number of projects and the expansion that we're going to see in the next 5 years, how is this going to be satisfied? The
skilled migration issue is not a silver bullet, but we're saying that in the short term, and we're talking between now and 2015, despite everything else that we're doing and everything else that the government is doing with critical skills initiatives and so forth, in that window we just simply won't have enough people. We have 2,000 mining engineers we'll need in the next couple of years, and we're producing 200 per annum. So, you know, the shortage numbers there are just there for all to see. So we've got a long way to go. Some of the government initiatives are quite helpful, but we need to get in the Australian psychic that skilled migration is okay. And some of the tests in terms of getting people into Australia are a little bit too tough at the moment, and the government can loosen up some of those tests. It's a short-term issue to help with a short-term problem, and hopefully when we get it past 2015, we'll have a better flow of people coming through our training institutions into the industry.
Let's go back